If you've been investing in the stock market, I'm sure you've come across a lot of companies that are playing somewhat in the cloud space because a lot of investors and people out there in general believe that the cloud is the future. In this video, I want to talk about one of my biggest positions, which is also a big player in the cloud space, and why I think they are actually the best cloud stock for 2018. So cloud is a growing industry, and almost every company out there is involved with cloud in some way or another. They either offer their own cloud services for other companies to use, they either use other companies' cloud services, or they're looking somehow to get involved in the cloud space moving forward. Cloud can mean a few different things to a few different people, but the way I see it, and the most simplistic way to really look at it, is that it's kind of a service that you're accessing over the internet. A cloud provider would host services or whatever it may be in their data centers, and they allow access to this over the cloud or over the internet. So consumers and customers are able to just connect over the open internet and access these cloud services or cloud storages or any other cloud related product. In a nutshell, really, like I said, this is known as cloud. So that's all you really need to understand. If you do want to dive deeper into it, there's a lot of information online on what cloud is, the kind of interworkings of cloud, the different types of cloud out there, private, public, etc. But that's for another video. I'm not really related to what I want to talk about today. So in 2017, we really saw cloud pick up in the industry, and we saw a lot of companies either adopting cloud or offering cloud as one of their services. Some of the largest companies in the world offer their own cloud services like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and even companies like Apple rely on cloud and their services business to bring in a lot of their revenue and future profits. But there's one company out there that a lot of people have heard of, I'm sure, but they don't really know that they offer cloud services or how big their cloud services really is. So any guesses as to what this company may be? It is a company in my portfolio. It is one of my largest positions. In fact, it is my largest position. If you haven't guessed that company by now, that company is Alibaba. So this is yet another company that is involved in the cloud space, and it's yet another reason why I absolutely love this company. So a couple of weeks ago, Alibaba actually reported their earning numbers, and I took a look at their report, and these numbers were impressive to say the least. So their revenue actually grew substantially, over 58% year over year, and they have 552 million annual active e-commerce consumers. And although their profit took a hit in the last quarter, it was expected because this company is still in a very growth mode. But the number that really stood out to me the most, and is one of the biggest reasons why I'm in this company for the long term, was their cloud growth, which came in at over 103% year over year. So just wrap your head around that. For this multi-$100 billion company, they doubled their cloud revenue year over year. And I don't think that's going to be slowing down anytime soon. I think that's going to keep continuing at least for the next couple of years, where they're going to reach 10 billion, 20 billion, maybe even $100 billion in revenue at some point in the future. So in this past quarter, their cloud revenue only accounted for around $2 billion, which is only about 7% of their total revenue for the quarter. So $2 billion is nothing to sneeze at, but I think by 2020, we'll see at least around 20% of their total revenue coming from their cloud and cloud services business. You can see kind of a similar thing happening with Apple right now, where their services business is really booming and is growing at incredible rates. And I think that since Alibaba is primarily dominant in China currently, and a little bit of ties in India as well, those are still developing countries. So those countries will actually show these numbers, I think, in a few years. And it's really good to look at Apple and see how Apple grows, because I think it'll be very similar for these Chinese companies like Alibaba. So if you read through their earnings report or their earnings presentation, the amount of times that Alibaba actually mentions the word cloud or cloud services or something to do with cloud is actually pretty interesting, and it kind of gives you a hint as to where their mindset is and where their focus is for the business moving forward. So like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the real dominant players here in North America for cloud is Amazon, Microsoft, and Google. But I think in China and India, Alibaba is going to be the dominant player in there. Amazon is trying to get in there, and I'm sure Microsoft is as well. but Alibaba already has a very good holding, especially in China, and a lot of consumers already use their services, so getting them transferred over to their cloud services is much easier. And Alibaba is putting in a lot of efforts right now in India as well. So I think that market is actually going to be dominated by Alibaba, similarly how Amazon is dominant in North America. So I hope you enjoyed this quick video on why I think Alibaba is probably the best cloud stock for 2018. It is still my number one holding in my portfolio, and it is still a company that I truly believe in for the long term. If you believe in Alibaba or you believe in any other cloud provider, make sure to hit that like button down below and let me know in the comment section what cloud company you're behind. Either way guys, thanks for watching and don't forget to invest positively.